The Bachelor's here. That's why I bring that up. The Bachelor's here. Joey Graziadei. Good morning, Joey.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing?
We're doing great. Hold on. Do you have a playlist of makeout songs?
I do not.
That
That would be crazy, though, if I was during the show, just like always had music that was just playing during that time.
Yeah,
but
you could pick the track.
No. I let music come as it comes to me. I don't really have any playlists that are for that.
Tanya will share hers with you. That's fine. We give you one.
Yeah,
I could use some help. I could use some help.
Stuff over here.
Mm-hmm. So last time we saw each other, it was on New Year's Eve in Times Square, and this was before the premiere of The Bachelor. Now it's out, and I'm seeing people are falling for you, bro. Not only on the show, but like a nation.
It's been crazy. I think that obviously when I saw you, it was still all an idea because I lived it, but you didn't get the ability to see what everyone was going to think or just to kind of obviously relive it. So a lot has happened. I love that there's a lot of people that are excited about the season, invested in it, happy with me so far. But yeah, it's.
So you don't know? You haven't seen how I mean, I know you know broad strokes of what happened, but you haven't seen how it all gets edited together?
No, I get to watch it with America. So I get a little bit of a sneak peek sometimes each week. But yeah, I'm watching it with everyone else. And like you said, I lived it, so I got a good idea of what it's like.
How it ends up.
But it's different.
What do you make of the reaction from Bachelor Nation calling you like right at the top of the list of the lookers?
Hey, man,
you know?
I'll take it.
Who's not going to like that?
Yeah, if someone doesn't like that, I don't know what they like. That's new for me, so I love it. It's just exciting to see people say nice things and they're invested in it. But yeah, I can't really. I don't think you can comment on that one. I think you just have to say thank you.
Joey Graziadei, The Bachelor, do people that you dated before this, like in high school or in other chapters of your life, do they reach out to you when this kind of thing happens in your life?
Yes and no. I think a lot of the like not as serious relationships have reached out and said like they're happy for me, and people I haven't heard from since high school or college definitely have reached out. The serious relationships, I think they for the most part are just like maybe ignoring that this is going on because I had like 2 real ones that I've had through my life. But for the most part, people have been so kind and grateful and just saying that they've seen the same person they knew their whole life. So that's great to hear. That's great to see.
Tanya is next to you. She's engaged to be married, but there were times where she considered going on the show.
That's true.
Really?
And she's a very, very, yeah.
Why didn't you not?
So one of my best friend was on The Bachelor many years ago with Chris Soules.
Awesome.
And so she was like really pushing me to do it. She's like, I think you'd be so good. I think that you'd be open to the process. And actually, when I was like really starting to think about it is when I started dating my now fiance.
No way.
So the timing was just kind of like, it was off.
Well, it worked out for you, so that's all that matters. It totally worked out,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a different process, but I tell everyone if you're open to it and you feel like you could do it, that there's great things that can come out of it.
Well, clearly he's got we need to size up his energy right now. Joey Graziadei, The Bachelor.
He's for sure engaged.
I can't say anything. You guys
you can't say anything.
Vibes
we don't need you to say anything.
Vibes don't lie.
We're just going to read your body language here.
Yeah, I think regardless of what the ending is, what people always say, and I talk to guys that have been on The Bachelorette, I've talked to people obviously from the show that have done it with me too. It's an experience. You kind of have to look within through all this. You learn a lot about yourself. There's more than just the romance side that's so special. And yeah, everyone from the show is great. It just is an experience that's unlike any other.
Do you forget cameras are there?
I was just going to ask that.
You read on mine.
Yeah.
Because like there are cameras in here. I forget they're here.
Yeah. I think it takes time, right? Like it's something that I got to the point that it definitely it didn't affect me. But I think back to when I was on The Bachelorette, like my night 1 with Charity, I look like an idiot. Like I was staring directly into the camera. I'm sure I gave them absolutely no footage. So it feels like a lot because the first time you see the lights, the first time you see the camera in your face, but then all of a sudden, I always say you don't notice the cameras when you have a genuine connection. I paid attention to that when I was on the show as The Bachelor was if I started feeling production or like feeling cameras
then you
around
weren't paying attention to the woman.
I wasn't into the person then because that takes away from you actually focusing on the person that you're talking to. So I use that as my example most of all.
Let's get a break here. The Bachelor, Mondays, 8, 7 Central. ABC streams on Hulu the next day. I want to come back and talk about what you're doing with your eyes because I don't know. Maybe I want to try it.
Oh, Ryan wants a tutorial.
I can't.
I want a tutorial on how you're using your eyes.
I love it.
Bro, it's like a thing right now.
It is.
You know what I'm talking about?
It is.
Right?
You have a look too, Ryan.
No, but I want him to teach us his look, how he looks through the souls of people and stuff.
I don't know if I have any answers on that one.
Well, stand by.
We'll practice next.
We'll practice. We're going to rehearse. Joey Graziadei of The Bachelor. So when does this thing all wrap up? When are we going to know whether you or who you ended up with?
Yeah, so you'll get an idea of how the season ends at the end of March here. So we're working our way. It's almost
Yeah, you're
there.
down to the final 3 women.
Yep, down to the final 3 women. It has flown by, so it's crazy. But yeah, this ended back before Thanksgiving time. So I'd be lying if I said I wasn't ready for it to kind of all get to the end.
My phone for
gosh.
Fantasy Suites night. When is that?
That is going to be next week, Ryan. So you can set
Fantasy
your phone
Suites
for that
next
one.
week. I'm going to set my phone for that.
Yep,
right.
next Monday.
How nerve-wracking is Fantasy Suites?
Exactly what you would expect. Extremely nerve-wracking. It's a situation that I always tried to obviously come in with taking it as lightly as possible, like not trying to put too much pressure on yourself. But you understand that it's a very serious moment and something where I think everyone knows a lot of bachelors in the past have made some bigger mistakes. I tried as much to keep it within those walls and not talk too much about it because I think it's a private moment. But also, I always tell people, like, they think about what happens in Fantasy Suites, but the most important part of Fantasy Suites is it's your first time you get uninterrupted time with no cameras. Like, that is so important to have that time where you get to see someone. And that's what I focus on. What you do is you talk to him, Ryan. You talk to him for a long period of time. Yeah.
Beautiful conversations.
Beautiful.
You talk to every single one of them? That's all you do?
No, I can't speak on what I do, Ryan, because again, like I said, that is for me and the person that's
He doesn't
in
kiss
there.
and
What if
tell.
I compliment your teeth? Will you tell me?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I think you have
man.
great teeth.
Thank you. The braces, they're a beautiful thing.
You know what's crazy though? Previous Bachelor and Bachelorette like winners of the seasons have said if you combine all the hours that they spent with the lead before they got engaged, it was like 24 hours.
Yeah, I can't really do the math myself, but I do believe that when you get that alone time and Fantasy Suites, it might be about the same time you've been with them for the entire show. Like, it's a very important time, and people forget, like, there's something serious at the end of this, so you have to talk through things. I always use that time to do almost like a play-by-play of the whole experience. Like, what did you feel at this moment? What did you feel at this moment? Because you get the time to talk about it, but it's in little spurts throughout the show. So when you get that time to actually dive a little deeper, like, I took advantage of that time because I was taking this seriously and I wanted to make sure that I knew everything I need to know about them, talk about more harsh subjects you maybe don't feel comfortable to talk about on camera. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
Joey whips out like his clipboard. He's like, all right, let's get down to business.
He's like, what's your credit score?
Yeah. Well, give me some insight on your debt.
That's always a fun conversation.
Yeah,
so now
that's my exciting Fantasy Suites time.
Romantic.
I know.
The Bachelor with us. All right, so everybody keeps talking about the way you look at the women on the show.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Are you smizing? Are you squinting? Like, what are you doing? Chin up, eyes down, bro.
I don't know. I think for me, I used to be really bad at it. When I was growing up as a kid, I got into teaching tennis at a really young age and was at a country club, and I was always told,
totally.
Yeah, so cool, right? But
no, it's hot.
I mean, he's doing it right now
totally
just by telling us this.
Yeah.
But I was a kid, right? So like when I was 13 years old, I'm in this country club atmosphere and I mumbled. I wasn't good at holding attention and talking to people. So like I really young figured out how important it was to actually engage with people. And I don't know if that's affected how I do things moving forward, but I realized that I appreciate so much more when someone's actually actively listening, looking at you, like feels like they're a part of the conversation. So I think it's translated into where I'm at now. And I love that people think it's all the gaze or how I look at them, but I don't know.
Do it?
I mean, it's happening.
I'm trying. I forgot. Like, it's weird because I'm looking at this and then they're here. And
Yeah.
This is a lot
Here
more.
and
Being on the
there.
Bachelor.
When you lock eyes, there
so many
is a
faces
moment.
to connect with.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I love that people have commented on it. I think it's a fun part of the season in general. But yeah, I'll take it,
bro.
I'll take it.
People like you. People are into Joey Graziadei.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
We're
Ryan.
fans.
Some people are going to be bummed if you end up with somebody here.
Hey, I can't speak on that, Ryan.
No,
We're
don't
gonna have to wait
speak.
and see.
Don't speak. We've been through this before. We will wait. We will see.
Yes.
You know
and
the
then
drill.
we'll go back and say we knew it.
Tanya was almost on the show. She knows the drill.
Yeah.
She gets it.
Exactly. Well, bro, thanks for coming. Mondays, you can check it out ABC and Hulu. Good luck.
Appreciate it. I'm excited to see how this all ends up, but I appreciate you guys having me here today.
See, he's doing it right now.
He gave me the teeth and the squint. And the squint. I got it both.
Appreciate
It's an
it.
embarrassment of riches.